DFYG and Team Falcons. Who will take blue side here, at least in this game? I think, again, so far, the teams that are on blue have more...
Huntail's been itching for a real
more
fight.
saves, right? There's dictation there. Oh, Team Falcons, they banned Esmeralda out early on, so that's very specific.
But why? The question is why. There's always a good, just for Eve? Is that the only thing that they've considered at this point? I was thinking maybe Uranus, but I was also thinking, like, if you are banning out Esmeralda, you're looking for the direct counters. And there is the possibility of anything that has a shield. Yes, Eve, also Angela, the list goes on.
Among the plans exists the
It's going to be the Eve here picked up, so it seems like they're not too concerned, right? They know that Jushin is man.
There we go.
That's going to be the natural response. The Yutong and potentially an assassin here like the Yushin or even the Hayabusa who's still on the board.
Oh, this one's really scary.
Did you say Hayabusa?
Hayabusa.
Okay. Hayabusa sounds pretty,
That's the next skin. That's the next skin line.
We got the Hayabusa, man.
Yeah, it's an entire skim line, except it's all in onesies. Think about it. Hayabusa?
Hayabusa.
Whammas?
I love pajamas. But yeah, now with the Yuzong lock, we saw Gathon in this situation before, but they go for the Cho.
Wow.
Which is early, but at the same time, technically flexible, because it could go into the goal lead. Not sure if Lung wants that, but hey, who knows?
I feel like... I don't know whether he's broken out of his traditional marksman archetype. I feel like he'll always lean in, similar to Sano in terms of just wanting to have something with range, or can scale up into the late game. I feel like maybe this could be, I'm reading into this a little bit too much, whether Zed's hero pool is actually smaller than we think, which is why they lead back into the Cho, which is generally a good Swiss Army knife. If not, I would have imagined that mid lane gets picked up.
Always on the way.
Wow.
Oh,
Matilda
this
and
feels
Fred.
like, what,
2
years ago? Yeah.
That's a classic combo there.
You think they're gonna go Ixia to like really double down?
Oh.
They double down on like, oh, if you get our Eve, you can't get our Ixia. If you get our Ixia, you can't get our Eve.
I feel they want a Claude or a carry, because I feel like carry Matilda would be pretty strong.
I'm down for that. That actually sounds like a really good idea. But overall, there's still a couple of answers that need to be, dealt with. First, number one, do we have a mid laner that can deal with this tank? And I mean, yes, there's obviously the Farsus and things like that. The Luna Ossus, of course, but their jungler gets locked in first. So now this is where it gets interesting for the bans.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I feel like DFYG, they kind of is Claude or Moskov. I feel like those are the two heroes that can deal with this
Is
kind
Bruno
of
just out of the picture?
I feel like it is quite difficult because you need some kind of shred, and Bruno is all about that crit and not really on that shred. So I really feel like it's either Claude or Moskov, because Lung has shown that he does like to use that Moskov. A carry is okay, but dealing against Eve, it's so hard.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of potential problems that could come out of this. I feel that if Lung ends up getting something like, it limits down the pool, the Arlet is getting banned out.
I mean, like,
what?
Arlet Fredrin is pretty strong, no?
Yeah, with the crowd control, can definitely overwhelm that composition.
I think...
Plus, I think it means that their mid lane or whatever it is kind of like mid-range.
Yeah.
Mid-range.
Yeah. It's a really good read into the situation. Funny enough, Falcons are the ones who ban out the Claude.
Yeah. Again, like, Falcons want to make sure that DFYG does not get it, because I feel like with this kind of draft, you can get away with any marksman, even the Beatrix.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so annoying. The Uranus ban comes through. The FYG, they sniffed that one out.
But I feel like Falcon, if they don't mind not having too much damage, they can go for something like an Alice and still pressure quite well against the three heroes of DFYG.
Yeah, Terizla as well, the good setters. There's multiple different options here. And I think that, especially when you're up against a Yuzong, if you can negate how much lane pressure Yuzong actually provides in that lane, things like playing like Esme, for an example, Uranus, and there's one more that was supposed to come into my mind. I was thinking maybe if they wanted a little bit more damage, they could go Benedetta, but again, same risks as our previous best of one. Not worth taking.
Definitely not worth it. And Falcon will lock in that Valentina. So no two real word manipulation in this game, and potentially a big ultimate later on. Let's see, first pick in the second phase, DFYG. They have enough crowd control. Now they need burst though.
I would feel safe-ish is Kadita, but dealing with the Matilda will be a bit annoying.
Payback.
So they still go for the far south fight, range with range. So the Lapu is still open. I feel like Lapu is pretty solid for Falcons.
Yeah, super solid, super solid. And I think this is what they've been waiting for this entire time, right? Because they've set this up really well. They've got like a strong mid trio that they've been working on. And then on the opposite side, you've got the duel and then your EXP laner. So that's one side of the map. Once the mid laner reveals itself, then it becomes very clear how they need to approach this.
Lapu comes to mind, you're right. And a potential marksman, right? For without the Claude.
I think they may even consider something like a higher carry. I feel like it's still good for Falcons at this point. Because again, I feel like any marksman they pick up will be good.
Yeah.
I like that Harith pick. Provide burst as well.
They
right?
could also go for Ixia if they wanted to. And I think that's something that we have to keep in mind, considering that we've seen it pop out a couple of times. Ooh, Moskov, great way to kind of just deny the opponents. Go into carry, I dare you. Try me.
Because again, only Moskov as well as Claude really deal with this kind of draft very well. So they go for the Ruby instead. So this is going to be a usage in hyper carry.
I like this, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh, this becomes way harder to deal with now. With, again, a composition like this has a lot of turtle pressure, and I think that's going to be the big problem. I'm curious to see whether Sanji is going to get some actual value from this Lapu, because if he doesn't find that early first kill during that turtle fight, this game is going to spiral out of control.
Realistically speaking, looking at this kind of draft, I feel like the one that will suffer the most is probably Boyet on this Redrin, because dealing with Cho, Ruby, Yu Song, there's a lot of ways to say that you got into the fight, you're not getting out.
Yeah, even if he does find an opportunity to catch Super Ken. So it's a dangerous, fine line we will be seeing here as we head on into the Land of Dawn.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 4th game of today. Yeonfeng Yaguai going up against Team Falcons. Can Team Falcons actually soar, or will the monsters from China bring them down?
Let's find out. Once again, both junglers going to be starting on the same side, and the Hall, they're happy. Troll taking a little bit of damage in the earlier stages, as expected, but I am liking this opening in the mid lane. They're not doubling up on each other. They're splitting the sides. They know that the matchup, they have more damage for now, unless Matilda gets 3 of those Soul Blooms on you.
Definitely got to capitalize on that power. Here, Zed just providing info, right? All right, you know, Fredrin starts blue, starts purple, and DFYG can decide on what's next, pathing-wise.
Yep, level 1, Vel already putting quite a lot of pressure onto Sanji, zoning him away. And yeah, before level 4, Troll taking a bit of damage, able to get out of there. Before level 4, Sanji will have trouble going up against this Yuzong.
That's a Sphere of Misery. Super Ken in trouble already. Boyet is on it, that's gonna be tough. And first blood, Zed though will be able to juke that one out, but that's an important kill from Falcons.
Yeah, extremely important kill. And honestly, they lost so little for it as well, right? In terms of Sano, he only misses out on 1 minion, and considering that he was able to get an assist off of that, is still worth his time. He doesn't care if level 4 happens, he just needs to not interact with Lung and just slowly farm back up. I'm surprised he did go for the Master Assassin though, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah, I feel like we got to shout out Howibum here from Team Falcons. Understanding, okay, against Super Ken on this Yusun Shin, he wanted to take some camps away. So make sure both sidelines, right? Sanji as well as Sano, be ready to help out if needed. And Sano was on that.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Whoa, Zed.
What?
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Zed.
He wants to see if the camera's on him.
Okay.
And I feel like the direction, I think he's like, okay, I think they're looking at me, guys. I can tell.
I can tell. Oh, man. Good amount of ults here already being used. Vel even preemptively used the Black Dragon form, even though he did have the information necessary to get out of there. Oh!
That's a stun. That's all the damage. 3 reinforcements. That's a taunt. Bell trying to hold on, but it seems like 3 members just too much.
This is a weird series of events for Yeonfeng Yaguai, but it's alright, you know, it's okay. We saw how Onyx ID, you know, in the early game, make some mistakes as a team, but then they recover after,
15.
Yeah, 15, some say 22 minutes of the game.
Oh man, that's like 13 and 20 minutes away. It's gonna take so long before that point. It's just agony. But at least it's just a 2-0, right? The gold lead is barely negligible, and it's still jumping between the 2 teams. And Super again, just wait. Oh, okay. Boyette with a drive-by, dude. That was swag.
Shout out Troll too, right? With the guiding win.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, Supercat probably like, I don't see you, Frederick. Do you? No, you're good. Boom, Frederick jumps in. It's like, that was the fastest Frederick I ever seen. Was that Frederick or Superman?
God, it is so fast. So very, very fast. In terms of first item purchase, oh, wait, hold on. Why does, he was able to find that kill earlier. Slight lead there, completes his tier 2 boost as he wants to go into the War Axe. Hunter Strike first Fury Hammer already completed by Bell. Only a component though. I'm not sure if he wants to finish it. Considering the lineup that he's playing against, you might as well, because they're all generally squishy other than the Fredrin.
Yeah. Right now, either ways, again, because of the goal is not all that much different, no one is really getting punished. And the important thing is for Supercat to get his items.
Real world relation. That's also the full certainly Eagle locking Super Ken down. Another well done executed there. Team fight. And the coordination is insane from Team Falcons.
You want to hear my analysis? I feel like Merkel was glazing Super Ken a bit before the game, and it's costing him. I feel like Merkel just be quiet for a while, and they were all good.
This is some real meta stuff right now. He's in the back just freaking out. I was like, how does he know? Oh, kick!
Onto a Troll. That's a taunt. That's Troll take him down. But that's all about it. Boyette will take the purple. Buff still.
This is what I learned. Sometimes it's outside of the game. See, once we do the analysis, he gets his first kill.
I sure hope.
Coincidence?
I sure wish
not.
I sure wish Mirko's vlogging this, and the whole time he's silent. As soon as he speaks, that's when it happens. Oh, the opposite is just as true. But with 7 seconds left on the clock before the next at least orange buff comes back up, you notice that both Falcons and as well as Dianfu and Yang they realize that they've hit a break point. First item is going to pretty much decide how these upcoming fights are going to work.
Nope. That's another kick on towards one. Will they have enough damage with the Petrify? Bell will take Sanji down. So that's like a warning sign for Falcons not to overextend.
I mean, yes, but also Bell is taking advantage of some Yuzong tech here. Most people are like, oh, the problem with Yuzong is that his dash is always a fixed distance. Not if you jump into a wall that's longer than your dash, then it looks like you basically jumped on the spot.
Yeah. And last one is for Troll. So next time that happens, Troll probably will give enough shield and heal to make sure that whoever gets isolated will be able to survive. Unless you're Sana. But other than that, you should be okay.
Wait, for dive here. A 3v2, potentially. Feather Airstrike spent, but calm, composed Sano will able to defend and clear the wave bottom side.
Yeah, very good movements here. And this also deters Super Ken from actually trying to go for an invasion of his own. But yet, as long as he maintains his gold against Super Ken, that's great. But eventually, they need to make something happen, and they might find it here.
Oh, that's a flicker early one from Yone. Boyette again just takes it away. Oh, that's an engage there by Zed. Take a look at the DFYG's positioning though. From the flanks, Long jumps in. That's the stun that Ruby can provide. Spear of Destruction finds its mark, but it seems like Sanji will be taken down. That's a Petrify. Sano takes the turret, but DFYG holds on.
Yeah, honestly, that was good coming in from E1 because he was definitely caught the moment he found Boyette, but able to get away. That's good.
We talk about good, but actually backed away. I think Super Ken just leashed the turtle for him.
Yeah, that's a 3-1 for Boyette. Do they have compensation though? They want to fight now. Boyette is the target. Remember, they have the Flask Oasis in hand. Zed with the kick. No clear target. That's going to be Boyette falling surely, but no! He holds on because of the Flask of the Oasis. Now, finally, with the help of the Farsa, he falls down, but that's still a triple from Cuffin.
Yeah, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. E1 is fighting his hardest, and a Spear of Destruction. Super Ken, he's out. Oh!
Perfect timing on the Traceless, but it seems like Sanji isn't able to close that gap. He survives.
Indonesian crowd loving it. Loving the fact that he makes it out with 1 HP, but it doesn't change the fact that Team Falcons now have momentum on their side as they're looking to break up the mid-tier 1. DFYG, again, so many moments. These fights are really, really messy. The initiation looks good, but as soon as the team fight goes longer than 3 seconds, everybody's got a different direction.
Yeah, you got to start hunkering down and say, what's first step? And I think the first step is, Bell, your main target is Cuffin, right? Sano eventually will become a problem, but right now Cuffin is the problem, especially because he does have 4-0 and 1. So that shutdown goal will be something that DFYG can really utilize to complete their items here. So I feel like that's step number one. Get on to Cuffin, and then make sure you don't waste your resources on people that just takes too much of it, like Boyet. We saw every single member from DFYG wants to get Boyet. He's the jungler, yes, but he is a veteran that's 0, 1, and 5. At that point, it was 0, 0, and 5, right? So it really makes no sense, especially because the turtle was already done.
Yep.
You're not contesting for anything. So they gotta go down and be like, okay, what's really important and what's less important. The priority has to be on point here.
They have to talk about this. They really need to decide what those priorities are now so that everybody can be on the same page when the fight actually occurs. Oracle already purchased by Vel at this point. This next upcoming neutral objective is going to be really hard to contest for DFYG now. So it's all about pushing and pulling, right? They're waiting for the key components to come out first. And obviously, Cuffin would be nice to take out first, but he's got Purify, so we got to do a little bit of push and pull.
That's the thing. The coordination from Zed and Vel needs to be on point here. BDF is the call. Take a look at the Lord here. Below 50%. That's going to be Sanji. Misses the stun. Super can't find the Lord. Now, will they look for more? Lung Conte. That's going to be him. Trying to buy time for his team as Cuffin finally finds the unstoppable. Super can traceless outside with Vel. Trying to buy time, perhaps looks for a kill, but in the mid lane, you can see action between the mid laners, but wings by wings, back to safety.
Yep, Cuffin doing a really good job at using his lead to be oppressive against E1, who technically, as of right now, is only the second strongest scaled up hero in the composition of DFYG. Other than Supercan, everybody else is just a tier below when it comes down to the scaling. With the Lord push, though, this could pull this back for DFYG. Great comms between Vel and Supercan.
Yeah, Sano has to be careful now because Yuan just finished his Genius 1. And now at level 10, that's quite a lot of stacking onto that, you know, reducing of the defense. So it's going to hurt the Moskov quite a bit.
As they dance around. Where can he find? They don't even want to split themselves up to try and catch that bot wave. They're willing to sacrifice mid and bot tier 1.
I don't think Guffin has used his Purifying to this point, right? Not really, at least from the side of DFYG. Creates a lot of threat just yet, but they will lose towers though because of the Lord push.
Yeah, right now for DFYG, we can definitely see that they're slowing down because even they understand in terms of scaling, they're actually not bad, especially Supercat. I feel like for the first few minutes is getting back into the groove of playing on stage, and now I think he's there.
They're making some good calls here. As soon as they see the Dragon Bolt come out, revealing the entire map, they're already taking guesses where they could potentially be. And I think there's a really good response coming up from the side of Falcons. They've been drilling themselves to have good habits, and I like to see that. Now with Boyet, with the Brute Force Breastplate, that's when things are going to start speeding up. It's even for Supercan on the opposite end, getting a Blade of Despair. Luckily, he doesn't have the Malefic Roar just yet, but we'll see. The last couple of items, I'm not sure which situation is better.
Yeah, right now Sano hasn't been influencing the fights all that much. We got to see whether this Moskov can really do much because, again, Marksman so far hasn't been doing all that great in day 1 here. Zed probably thinking that he wants to get a target, but I don't think there's any good targets for him to hit.
See, you're waiting for someone to pull the trigger.
Oh!
On Shocker, that's certainly Eagle. Real world relation. Tutan! Oh, take a look at the damage. Now Sano jumps in. Sanji will finish him off. Now it's a 5v4. Take a look at Yuan trying to escape with the wings by wings. Finds it, but that's Vel taking a lot of damage. Team Falcons can they close this one out? Seems like not just yet. Now with a feather airstrike, Sanji will feel the heat. And it's a 1-for-1 at the end of the day.
Dude, you could just see the combination of Genius Wand alongside with the Glowing Wand. My goodness, you can see it cumulatively stack up higher and higher when it honestly shouldn't. But at this stage of the game, with a Lord at stake, DFYG will take anything. And with Sanji down, Long, all he has to do is peel.
I'm going to say both mid laners are playing so well here. E1 as well as Cuffin, making sure that they can deal the damage while staying alive.
That's a kick. That's an important member. Down goes the gold laner from Team Falcons. Take a look at the Lord who finds a retribution. It will be Super Ken. Now, it's technically a 5v4 and Team Falcon says, let's disengage.
Yeah, for DFYG, they got to be careful as well because Supercan did take some damage in that previous Lord fight. So gonna heal up first before they really, commit. Especially because they did get the Lord, so you just gotta wait on that. By that time, Sano will revive, and he has to be careful of that. Because again, Sano has not had a game so far. He does have his Trinity, but looks like it's not enough.
Yeah, and I think worse yet, the sieges are so much better for DFYG. Oh, wait, hold on.
That's a taunt. That's a roamer, though. Let's see. I think Zed can die here. It's a 5v4, but it will relieve off pressure, definitely.
No, look at all the ults already being used.
Yeah,
Right?
4 ults.
For Zed.
On towards the roamer.
And now with the, oh my god.
Uh-oh, let's see here. No resource. Not a lot of resource there for Team
What?
Falcons. BDF can feather airstrike span as well, though, from DFYG.
So never mind. DFYG also used a lot of ult. So now we're break even.
I've never seen 2 teams spend so much for a car in my life. It's secondhand. I swear it's like brand new. I don't know. 3 million, it sounds a little expensive.
Yeah, I think they're like, oh no, we used all the ults. What are the chances we can make them do the same thing? And then it's like, okay guys, we're all good.
We're even.
A little trigger happy indeed. Circling Eagle. On towards one. Dude, Yuan from the flanks. That's a Farsa, by the way. Very ballsy move, but nothing comes out of it just yet.
No, they just want to show us that it's so low cooldown that it's okay.
Yeah.
I agree, but at the same time, Troll, you gotta stop pressing that button so early. You gotta calm down for half a second. The last one made a lot of sense, but this one you had literally 0 space to play. What was the play there?
Okay, let's ask the question. Was it Troll or Boyette? What if Boy is like, hey, bro, bring me in. Bring me in. Let me put a 5-man taunt and let all 5 members feel my blade.
Boyette physically getting in front of Troll and be like, send me in, sir.
Oh, they got you one.
Yeah, that's the wings by wings. Perfect time as well. That's a shutdown, an important one. Finally, one mid laner goes down.
It's working out. It's working out for them. And Yang Yaowai, they need to know that, like, as much as you want to stick as 5 together, splitting up is a pretty decent idea, but vision will always be #1. If you don't have vision over your opponents, you better be careful, sir.
Yep. If you don't know where you're going, are you really going anywhere?
That's a great question right there.
You've been listening to a lot of Jaden Smith, clearly.
Oh.
Your idol, your role model.
I'm listening to Jake Paul. Come on, man.
Okay. Oh, that's different.
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah, still talking with a broken jaw.
That's the best part.
Big ouch.
With the mid lane already shoved in, wait, hold on, what are the state of the waves? Neutral, mid's getting shoved in right now. They're holding mid prio while they let Falcons take care of it. Sano already getting the winds of nature. I don't think this is a good idea.
Well, I know look at the Lord here. Lung is also looking for an opportunity to use the Don't Run Wolf King. And Sanji's almost on 15. Now they got vision.
Yeah, they're pulling the trigger right now. Yuan, no flicker. Oh, Yuan! Again, obliterated. That's gonna be low! Super Can finds it. Take a look at Bell in dragon form. He holds on, but the taunt, the damage will come through. He will be the sacrificial lamb as Guffin picks up the godlike.
I mean, like, at that point, that was as 50-50 as he can get. I was looking at the junglers. I don't think either were really stunned up. Bell, he let it be a 50-50. He's like, I'm going to deal with Sano. You guys got to deal with Boyette. And then Super Ken's like,
I got you.
I super got you. Or I can do this. Whichever is his tagline.
God, it feels good that Super Ken is kind of finding back that form when he first made his debut with the lineup of Neutron. And I think that, whoa, Zed really going out of his way here.
Yeah, has the immortality, but will lose his immortality, I believe. No, bought enough time. He still keeps his immortality, but no, never mind. Spoke too soon.
Cast a curse.
But yeah, that was an attempt from Team Falcons.
Hey, 70 minutes now in the game.
Oh, dude, this whole day is just going to be 20 minutes plus.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, because that's 4 more. And if that doesn't, if the experience is not the same, I feel so bad for the next shift.
Oh my goodness, they'd be missing out so much of the M7 experience.
They need to feel what we feel. If not, why are they even here, you know?
Yeah.
You can jinx it. say they have 10-minute games, you know, maybe then.
You know what? They'll have 5-minute games.
Even better. I love that.
Okay, great. I have that power, LaFell.
I like that Gani went from good boy Gani to be like, you know what? Jinx them. Just jinx them.
Oh, man. Once again, the big problem when we see both teams playing so tight, so close, when there's such a big map and they're scared to make big mistakes, not a lot of action actually happens, right? It's all about just posturing against your opponent, trying to see whether they stick their toes out a little too far and taking those small little bits of flesh, and hopefully it surmounts to something.
I feel like that works better for CFU.
Ooh.
The Sharks, right?
But
Do Sharks bite toes?
they will... I know this. Let me just dig the archives. I know this.
Because I feel like Sharks, once they taste blood, they
Smell
get it-
blood, yeah. That's the thing.
They can smell blood from like what, 5 kilometers away, and when ideally they want to one-shot, one-kill their prey. That's why the great whites come up from the bottom and go at like Mach 5 at you, especially seals because those things go flying.
Oh, sorry.
What was that? LaFell.
Sorry.
LaFell, what was that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dude, okay. I was thinking of how a seal would sound, and I accidentally voiced it out.
Blop, blop. No, that was the sound?
Man's literally...
Look, I've never seen a seal. I could be wrong.
You
Chat,
haven't seen a seal?
I mean, I've seen it, but not in real life.
Not IRL.
Have you seen? Oh, he said IRL again. Oh my God.
It's messing with you. He's messing with you. He's getting in your head.
I'm getting better at 6'7", but now IRL just freaks me out.
Really? Okay.
Dude, look at the people I'm hanging out with. Everyone keeps 6'7"ing me.
That's true. That's true. That's fair. That's fair. That's true.
Get Michelle. I'm just asking. What's wrong?
No, nothing's wrong with LaFell.
Look,
You're
they're
right.
praying.
They are.
But for who?
I don't know.
Team Falcons, I guess. No?
Yeah,
Re-
you're right.
Are they going to be religiously tied, or is it just Indo Pride? Oh, the fight begins!
They pull the trigger. Circling goes back. Super Cannon trouble. That's a winner crown. Pop. SOD. That's some land, I believe. That's going to be Super Cannon trouble.
Yo.
Mortality. That's a kick. Super Can. Faceless toughened down. The Boyette finds the Lord, but that's going to be scattered all over. Bell gonna hold on. Boyette has immortality. DFYG. They will find Cuffin, but they lose out on the Lord's Head. No kick, I believe. That's going to be DFYG. Trying to find compensation in the back. That Sano loses immortality. Whiting win. Sanji stunned up. The damage will come through. Down goes the Lapu Lapu.
Oh my God, bro!
Never mind. Roll is there to save Sanji.
Team Falcons refuses to die.
Petition to get rid of Flask of the Oasis.
That is great.
This item's disgusting. And I hate the fact that Troll is doing so much. Wait, hold on. Are they gonna go for more? No, I mean, they gotta deal with the Lord, right? Okay, Boyette, let's. I know you got Troll. I know that you got your delivery service, but like, mid lane's wide open. You could just open up the map.
At this point, it's not just delivery, it's insurance. But they don't want to pay out, so they make sure you don't die.
Insurance, but they care.
Yeah.
Okay, SOD lands. The Lord touches the base turret bottom side. So it's a defense, right? We are going to, I believe, 25 minutes. If they keep going like this, I can see even half an hour game here.
Hey, we had a 29-minute game.
Sure, why not break it?
Exactly. You know what? Boys, we're the long boys.
I like that. I like that a lot. And
Yeah,
if,
the
if,
Long
we're,
Boys.
if we're all super fans of DFYG's assistant coach, we could all be the Lungs boys.
I will be just for the sake of that.
Okay, the Looms boys.
We're the Lung boys. They already have 2 Lungs. Do we add 1-0 for every fan?
Each fan has to sign each of the O's.
Oh, look at that!
Uh-oh, real world relation. Feather airstrike in response. Base turret will be defended. Sanji misses his stun, has the guiding win. Here comes the Dragon though, trying to isolate members perhaps, but no, the damage is a little bit too intimidating, and they will clear top.
You know what both teams are doing quite well? It's spacing. Because they're really trying to get maximum range of whoever is the longest range, and they're just dodging just by a few, hold on, a few meters or a few
Pixels.
What's the small of miles?
Centimeters.
Feet?
Yeah, sure, because I want to address the any audience as well.
Okay.
We got to handle both metrics.
Guiding window, circling eagle. That's a flicker from the Fox. Juicy card, and down goes Yuan. Now Team Falcons, they want this fight. It's 5v4.
Oh.
Down goes Vel. In the back, Super Ken zoned out by Sanji. Black Dragon form off the map, but down goes the members of DFYG as they look to disengage. But the damage from Team Falcons is more than enough to take 2 members down.
This is so upsetting. Dude, Troll is having the time of his life here. It's actually crazy how sustainable this competition is.
Look at that shield.
Wow.
Look at Troll's shield, bro. Troll's shield is bigger than his life total.
No wonder they banned Esmeralda.
This sucks. What do you do? What do you even do against this?
Oh no. This is not looking good for Yao.
Oh, no.
Why?
Oh.
He lands as well.
Don't do it.
They don't want to do it. They want to play patiently. It will be up in 10 seconds or so, 15 seconds, so they can play around it.
Yeah, but still, it felt like forever since we see healers coming into the game.
Red and Matilda combination as well.
Yeah. It has been a hot second, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. There's a lot to be said about these games. There's not as many forced errors I was hoping to see, because again, oddly enough, Team Falcons and Liangfeng Yaoguai play extremely similarly. They have like really intense ideas about how to 5v5 and how to probe their opponents. Even their map movements across, I think that Liangfeng Yaoguai is much better at doing the objective coordination between EXP and jungle. But I think that Falcons is much better at an overall team fight perspective.
This is the problem for Liangfeng Yaoguai. Super Ken needs space to deal free damage. He's not been given that. And for Team Falcons, they're playing hide and seek with Yuan. The moment Yuan gets taken down, it's I got nothing clever to say. They just win.
I think you know, it's just layered. You want, if the flicker is triggered, they're keeping tabs, right? Team Falcons, and that's when they really commit on towards a move on towards Yuan. Is this the last push? That's gonna be Super Ken locked in the mid lane. For now, they have defended their base turret very well.
Because Yuan was able to actually get onto Cuffit, which forced him to stop the real-world manipulation.
Which is totally fine, because now they're in Feathered Airstrike, they guarantee at least 1 inhibitor, and on that second wave, they're hoping that they can pressure Yuan enough so he at least moves far enough so they can get this mid-tier 1 as well.
They will get it. They will not be able to defend here from the side of DFYG. Feather Airstrike just to zone and relief off pressure. They lose 2 base turrets though.
Yeah, worried just a little bit because Super Ken almost died just dealing with the Lord. That shows how difficult the situation is in that game.
3-man taunts by Boyet. Take a look at the back though. Belts run his own on members. Boyet still has immortality. Winner crown. But Sanji's there. Can he do it? That's going to be Team Falcons now trying to provide the damage. Feather Airstrike is there to provide cover. Down goes Vel. Regardless, it's still a 5v4.
Instant item swaps coming in from both sides. It's down to the wire. Super Ken somehow lives while Vel gives up his life, but a great initiation from both Zed as well as Long to get the space necessary. But with missing inhibitors, this Lord just does not seem takeable unless Super Ken does the play that he's done for so many times. You just got to steal that Lord.
At this point, it's really just a play on Micro Man, who is the best at using their individual heroes. And like I said, all those item swapping, minions are coming in. The Lord's getting low.
Oh, deleted Yuan. And again, not a good sign for the FYGZ now isolated in the back. Lung taking a lot of heat as 1 by 1. They are on a manhunt and they want to wipe the FYG out before taking on the main crystal.
I don't think the Yaoguai can protect this one, man.
Not in a minute.
Yuan is 50 seconds away.
I mean, they've got Vel, and that could buy them 20 seconds. But again, wave clear is the biggest problem right now.
Team Falcons, the base is wide open practically, and they will look to join the 1-0 seed as they did not just soar, they will rise to that seed again. They will wipe the members out, and they will take the main base.
God, the fella's so good at coming up with who's gonna win at the match at the end. Your predictions have been so accurate. It's crazy. That's so crazy, my guy.
It is really crazy.
Yeah, I definitely meant for that to happen.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so smart. Speaking of 27, 28. That is quite a long stretch of the game, but something about Falcons, man.
Yeah.
In a best of one, they're really like showing all the way from last few years, like something about best of ones. Meta really likes it.
They really do.
In-game decisions, I think, are just more...
I personally think that Falcons have a lot more mental stamina. They are a lot more, I wouldn't say they're the most patient when it comes down to the play.
Yeah.
But if you tell them, oh, 150 fights and then do your 151st fight, they'll still say yes. I think that DFYG at this point in time, as these fights get messier and messier, it starts to all blend together. There's a lack of clarity as to how do we actually deal with this fight when we are so close together. Boy, the fact that Boyet was able to find a three to four man pawn, why are you in that choke point in the first place?
Yeah, I feel like they're able to have this kind of, I would say, tankiness when it comes to their mental. It's because something that you can say about the meta teams is that they can handle the heat.
Mm-hmm. They can.
Yes.
You like that, Connie?
Yes.
He can. Nobody can see his face. He's loving it. He's loving that one. But man, at least for Falcons, very happy that they found at least the win here. You think the second match for them is going to be harder than this one because I don't know. The way that I see that game, it's not a good showing. But in that round two, you start filtering out the teams who are like, I'm just not ready for this stage, compared to teams who are like, all right, let's do this again.
Something that I do want to say about Team Falcons right now, this is the good and bad, which is they found an identity, right?
Yeah.
We're just kind of worried if it's just one identity because we saw the Esmeralda ban, and it's good to ban out when you do want to use an even. Now, we see one of the reasons is because of that Matilda as well. So I think that is something that teams will start to be prepared for. Maybe they will let the heroes go and they just try to play around it. Because Troll on that Matilda was actually pretty good. And even though, yes, we're like, you just keep throwing out your ults for no reason, but at the same time, it does create that mental pressure. And it becomes like, we can do this all day, but can you?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think their approach is really... they prepared for this, right? It's similar to that Hellcat first phase pick where they're really confident in executing it properly. And so, also the same with this case. I think the Matilda Fred, they picked it up, doesn't really care with their matchup later on, and they were able to, even though it's a long game, but they made it to pull through.
Yeah, and let's look at our MVP of this game. Thanks to our official gaming phone, going to be the real me. Give it up for our MVP Troll on this Matilda. As much as I'm like, ooh, boy, I did a good job. Troll on this pick, really nasty with it overall. Generally, when you are playing the Matilda, I feel like a lot of the game isn't on you because you need to trust that your teammate presses the button.
So right now, the question for you, honestly, both of you, which would you rather face? The Matilda or the Hellcat?
Wow.
Right? Like, it makes you think like, oh,
Matilda.
You'd rather face the Matilda?
Yeah, I'd rather face the Matilda.
Okay. You know
With
what?
the Flask of the Aces.
No, hold on. Let's put this into perspective. Gonnie's a roam main.
Yeah.
And what are you?
I'm an EXP main.
Yeah, so, you know, different perspectives. Someone like if you ask the goal later, they'll be like, give me Matilda all day, I don't care. Do not.
That's true.
I do not want a Hellcat.
As a roamer, I dislike Matilda.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. We don't care about Hellcat. He doesn't one-shot us.
He doesn't one-shot you guys, but like, just look at the way that these fights actually progress, right? It's these first couple are like a little messy, but then once they understood exactly what they needed to do, the fact that Sano is hitting from like halfway across the map with these spears of destruction, and even for DFYG, they've already thought ahead. If E1 goes down, we just need to stop the damage dealers from actually getting on top of Supercan, and we can all walk away.
I think one of the things that we do have to see here is the lack of damage. Supercan as the solo carry, which I feel like this has been an ongoing conversation for the better of 8 months now. But having a comp that only has one sole damage dealer is not enough. I understand there's a Parsa, but is she really there? Right? Either her ult has been forced out early, or she just straight up dies. So whether Supercan likes it or not, if you look at the drive, you're like, what do you mean he's the only damage dealer? Like, no, really.
Yeah.
He is the only damage dealer.
But, and that's the thing, right? Because your other damage dealers had their moment, their era within the game, and that was supposed to be building up from a good early. They didn't get that good early. They were denied the mid game as well. And by the time we got into the late game, 3 missing inhibitors, man. I would react exactly like that, man.
Like
It's
this,
crazy.
you know.
It's crazy.
Why the zoom though?
No, more importantly, why
Not
that
expecting zoom though.
No, yeah, why that? It's something you see in Mirko's vlog. I didn't expect for the world to be. Maybe Mirko's actually the one handling the camera.
He's the camera operator in the back.
He's like, yeah, closer, closer, closer.
Oh, it's too funny.
You guys
it's too
are funny. You guys are funny. I gotta give you that.
But I don't know. The only thing, my only problem right now is how do you guys feel about the new item that reduces attack speed? Because I'll be real with you, as much as it like, oh wow, it's so great going up to 150 attack speed, capping it at 75, you still get a decent amount of value from the golden staff at the very least. At least the multi-hits are still through.
I never play gold lane, so I don't know. If you ask me about Chastise Boulder, I'm with you on that one.
Well, okay.
Which, by the way, I do like it.
You do like it.
I do like Chastise Boulder.
Do you hope that they change the stats a little bit instead of just giving you health? Just give me more MR and armor.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like if they give me like 180 physical attack, I think that'd be great.
180?
Wouldn't Yuzong want that?
I mean, that's better. How expensive is this item that's apparently better of BRD?
1,009.
Wow, you're the worst. Yeah. It's Sky Piercer, but you get, instead of like a threshold, you just get more stats.
All the way as well.
Dear Lord.
I guess I'm not gonna get hired with the balance team.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I hate how